apply a loan, start his own company, start his own mechanic shop, and he can actually do really well. So to me, everybody can be successful. It's just that
sis, can start already or not?
Ish, memang potong steam lah you.
I'm very curious, what's your perspective in the automotive industry right now? Because there are stereotypes saying that most people go to becoming mechanics because they didn't study much, so they enroll inside this industry. But what's your perspective in it?
Well, the thing is that the fact is not being able to do academically well in school and then going for a mechanic job. It's just downright underlying the fact that those people actually have a lot of potential. For example, a person who goes to starts out as a mechanic, at an early young age. If he gets 5 to 10 years of experience, by the time he's 30, he will have capital, he will have a good credit score, I would say good CITO score, and then he can apply a loan, start his own company, start his own mechanic shop, and he can actually do really well. So to me, everybody can be successful. It's just that the part of how experienced you are and what you want to do with
How
your
about
life.
Eddie? What's your perspective?
Okay, well, actually, what Tavin said is really good. I mean,
I also know it's very good. I'm asking for your perspective.
okay, for my perspective is that I want to bring my laptop out and then have Tavin repeat everything what he said to my parents, and I'll be like, "See, ma, you see, just
Well,
listen with your ears, with your eyes. See, this is what my friend says. Okay, I'm learning from the best."
If I tell this to my parents, I don't think they would. I don't think they'll be very pleased with it. Same goes to every
Okay,
most
so I have a
parents.
feeling once
So-
this episode is out, there's two different reactions to it. So I hope you good luck with you, Tavin, and then maybe Eddie can show it to his parents. Okay, but
But
my
yeah.
for me, I think the automotive industry, a lot of people underestimate it actually, because there's a lot of stereotypes saying that mechanics are like scams. They will scam your money. There's a lot of different kind of rumors about it. But then
there are
I actually met a lot of different kind of mechanics. They actually hold a lot of engineering degree holders out there. So this is what is eye-opening.
Well-
lah.
I mean,
well, there are always educated people in the sector. There are always people who didn't finish high school. Finished high school with bad grades, but they still managed to get experience. So, of course, people who went to high school, went to college, university, they get a degree. They have a higher advantage compared to those who, finished high school with bad grades and, starting off at a disadvantage. But at the end of the day, you can level the playing field with experience, of course.
yeah, I think I agree on that too. Is because
You agree
just-
on
just
everything
because-
Tavin says today. What's wrong? Why is this brotherhood love here?
okay. Should I say I'm sorry? I do not agree with Tavin. I think that everyone needs an education. At least study to a
It's okay.
master's or PhD.
Whatever you say is from your mouth.
If you can't afford whatever you can't afford, just go apply for a loan. Okay. But that
Oh my
aside,
God.
that aside. I mean, I truly agree with what Tavin has said. Like, I mean, a lot of times when we are looking for a job nowadays, especially, is like you need to have a certain qualification, and at the same time, you need to have 5 years experience working. And you're going to question yourself, like, how am I going to get 5 years of working experience, or at least 2 to 3 years of working experience, when I spend all those years just studying what I come out to want to work as? And it's just crazy. I mean, but sometimes when I think in a lot of industries, when it comes to a hands-on industry like textile or workman, craftsman, or even mechanics, a lot of times their craft and the job that they are in is always repeated. They are always doing something repeatedly, and it's in that one
Yeah,
area.
maybe
So
not repeated
they-
because now technology is getting more enhanced, so they are learning as well throughout the years.
yeah, I mean
Yes.
that's very true. But I mean, if we talk about the past lah. I mean the current situation without the influence of technology yet. A lot of old mechanics, they learn it at a young age. Maybe they get it from their dad, or maybe as Tavin said lah, we don't have the we don't have the brains to study that hard, so we out of peer pressure, I would say, or out of force, we are forced to go and work out, and then from there, that's where we start to build that craft, and that's where we start to build it to a level that we have mastered it and we have perfected it. But at the same time, there's also other influence, like, with globalization and also the incorporations of technology. They have to keep learning, but at least their base skill level, the foundation that has been laid upon them, is already strong enough for them to take the next level or to build it to a new level where I would say no young artist or young mechanic could do, but it's always something that people with experience can do. Yeah.
That's a very long speech from you. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get back.
I am very sorry. Okay, today's topic is about Tavin.
Let's
Okay.
get back to the topic there. So Tavin, just now you mentioned that the anime was like racing, illegal racing, all those. But I do hope you're not going to get involved in those,
yes,
right?
yes.
Oh, yes,
Oh,
he's
yes,
Of
involved.
course not. I mean,
But you just said yes.
I mean, no. I didn't say yes. I mean,
Well, see,
of
what
course,
the
I always
Tavin
tell, I always tell people that, to follow the safety, the rules and regulations of the road. Be safe at all times. That's
Are you
my
saying
motto,
this
I'm not
because we
trying
are
to
going public,
break the-
or are you saying this to cover up some scenes?
No. This is no. This
No,
is
I'm pretty
this is
sure he
coming
wants to go
truthfully
to game, but then he can't
Because we are
say it out.
publicly.
I can't drift.
Yeah.
I can't drift.
Okay, I do hope what you say.
This comes directly from my heart.
I do hope what you say is true lah, because I will see in the next few years.
I hope so too.
So
No, in the next few years, on YouTube, you suddenly search Genting Highland Racing.
and then suddenly I saw
then
a
you see
familiar face.
Astria, and then I see a familiar face there. It's like,
Actually, there are a lot of people who do toge, who post videos on YouTube. Also, if you just type, toge or kenju, you can see a lot of dash cam videos.
Wow, you're
So,
quite familiar
yeah.
with this. So are you researching to become one?
Well, I
or?
mean,
no, he's
no,
going
no,
into one.
I mean, to be fair, those videos are very therapeutical for me. It just helps me calm down.
And
So,
again, are you saying this because
yeah.
we are going public or?
No, that's not what I
Okay.
mean.
No, I think what Tavin is trying to say is that now it's MCO and EMCO and FMCO. He missed driving on the streets, driving to Genting, doing some drifting, maybe speeding up a bit like a speed demon.
Wow.
Oh my god, we are teaming up to lose our guests. This is not good. I'm so sorry. I was supposed to team up with you to
It's
roast
alright,
Eddie.
it's cool.
Okay, so all jokes aside. So when you say you modified your car, are you going to modify to be involved in motorsports or just for your own interest? That's it.
Well, to me, my plan is that I don't want to be involved in any motorsports purely because I want to have like my own identity to myself. If I were to be in a motorsport with a car, then they're just gonna say, "Oh, this car belongs to this motorsport." No, that's not what I want to do. What I want to do is that this car is gonna be mine. It's my image. So I am planning to have like a YouTube channel for myself where I would document my entire car process from building it from the ground up all the way to like finishing it. So it's just gonna be like me and my face in it, because at the end of the day I want people to recognize the car for me and the work and time that I've put into the car to make it to what it is in the future.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so you're planning to get like a second-hand car, right? Based like previously in the questions. So
Yeah.
are you planning to get like a good condition second-hand car, or are you planning to get a kind of beat up second-hand car? Like, because based on what I heard from you with all your modifications that you plan to do, it seems like you really want to be hands-on with the car that you are going to get.
Yeah. So to me, I am planning to get a beat up car. because taking a beat up car, fixing it, making it great, it's part of the ownership experience. So also the fact that a new I wouldn't say new lah, a mid condition car is for someone else to enjoy. So to me, buying a mid condition car and practically gutting it in and out, changing everything, is like, honestly, it's kind of, to me, I feel like I'm just ruining the experience for someone else, because there's always people out there trying to find an Iswara or a Satria in mid condition, because they just want to enjoy it as the car it is. So to me, I'd much rather go for a car that's slightly beat down, that needs a little bit of carrying, to then bring it up to its original condition and to modify it to my liking. I think that would be a very incredible comeback story. So to me, that's how I would feel, and I would always choose a slightly less mint-looking car than a mint-looking car.
I'm curious about something. I ask first. Okay. What's your parents' reaction towards your passion? Because this passion is quite expensive.
So of course, it's not coming out of my parents' pockets. That's number one. Number two is that when my parents found out about my passion about 2 years ago, they asked me a little bit, because they wanted to understand exactly what it is that I'm passionate about. And to me, I was telling them, about cars, and then I showed them exactly, the car shows, the car events that I went to all the time, and automatically they were like, all right, if this is what you want to do, then I fully support you. So my parents, both of my parents, they are quite supportive of my passion, and they, if it's like a car meet or anything, they will allow me to go.
Just now you mentioned that you joined some previous events. So what kind of event is the most memorable to you?
To me, I would say the most memorable one was the one back when I went in 2019. It was called Drive for Paul. So this event was hosted by Tourism of Malaysia in collaboration with Retro Havoc, which is one of the media companies, automotive media companies in Malaysia. So they joined forces, and they created this charity event in Malaysia called Drive for Paul. Now this Drive for Paul event was in memory of Paul Walker, the main protagonist for the Fast and Furious franchise. So it was in memory of him. And what Tourism of Malaysia did is that they brought along Cody Walker, which is Paul Walker's younger brother. Yeah, they brought him here, and it was such a blast of an event. There were so many cool cars. The entire community was there, essentially. People who like trucks, people who like hatchbacks, cars. Practically everyone was there, and it was so amazing. And to me, it's one of the most memorable events that I've ever been to. And considering the fact that it was also a charity event, it made me feel a lot better, because at least whatever I'm paying for to enter the event is going for a good cause. So to me, I would say the Drive for Paul event.
Oh, true though.
Yeah, I think one thing I noticed, because a few days ago I was like on YouTube, I was looking around Japanese car auctions. So in this video, this guy, I've forgotten the name of the video, and I've also forgotten the channel's name, but he was bringing through like a whole entire collection of unsold GTR Nissan R32s to 34s. And the pricing is, not gonna lie, the pricing was about anywhere from 20 to 50, 60 K USD.
Well, yeah,
So-
they're very expensive.
I mean, that was very expensive, but if let's say I was living in the US and I look at the price of a car like that compared to, I don't know what's the market like in US right now, but if I see a car for a price of a Myvi, essentially, if I were comparing it like numbers to numbers lah, don't excluding currency, but if I was looking numbers to numbers like that, I would really go for an R33, R32, or R34. But one thing is that I'm not sure if it's Canada or US, but they actually banned the import of Nissan R30 something, right? I'm not too sure.
Okay, Let me explain to you exactly what you're trying to say in detail. All right. So
Yes, please, please, please.
okay.
I speak
So-
very shallow these days.
So those cars are around 30 to 40,000, and the reason is because is that those cars legally cannot enter the US, and the reason for that is that every car that you want to import in the US must be at least minimum 25 years old. So looking at the US market, there's actually so much of demand for the R34 right now, and currently people
Yep.
are just waiting for that 25-year mark. Once that mark reaches, GTR prices and GTR prices will just skyrocket. They will just go insanely priced. It doesn't matter where you live. Even in Malaysia, they're just going to most likely double or triple because the demand is just so heavy. So that is reason number one. Reason number two is because this information I got from Bobby Ang, from
Yeah.
the editor of Evo Club Malaysia, and he basically mentioned that in Japan they have actually put a tax on top of R34 GTR Skylines, whereby they would artificially inflate the price for importing it outside of the country. So hence why that contributed to the R34's increased price, mainly because, number one, artificially increasing the price, number two, the movie success, and number three, which is going to be pretty soon, which is the demand in the US market. So these three factors are now heavily contributing in these cars prices. And truth be told, within the next, I would say maybe 5 to 6 years, these cars will potentially be 1 million ringgit plus investment vehicles. So to whoever has got the money, half a million, lying down in cash, you should quickly grab one as soon as possible, because within the next few years, these cars are just gonna skyrocket,
Yeah,
and it's gonna be
he got
unattainable for people.
he got this advice, but we can never
Yeah.
put out that much money in my life, okay? Are you sure you're in the right cause? You're in a business course, but you're so passionate in this. I can see your passion, your eyes glowing with fire here, and you're talking about this,
See, we have made sure about Tavin already, okay? He
I'm
wants to
just
study business, let the
asking.
man study business. Let the
to-
man study his business.
Well, I mean, realistically, a mechanic could not afford a $500,000 GTR, but a businessman can. So, see where I'm kind of going with this.
You're challenging all the mechanics out
Yeah.
there. I wouldn't want to be you right
I
now.
mean, listen.
Should we give
I'm
him
not
a
trying
chance to
downgrade
explain
anybody,
himself?
all right? Listen, I'm not trying to downplay anybody. Everybody has the right, to make their living. Everybody, if you are really, I wouldn't say luck. If you really work hard in life, you can get whatever you want, all right? But I mean, there are mechanics that earn 6 figures, but those are the ones that are like the 1%. The majority either can start a second business to earn, to earn extra income or even more. But everybody has a potential to earn a very good living, or even a very T20 living as a mechanic also.
I want to ask him another question, but I'm scared I can never find a girlfriend for him after this.
Okay, never mind. I asked the question first. I asked first, you reconsider your question.
It's alright, you
So-
can ask me anything. I don't really mind.
I already asked first.
Alright, so in Malaysia, I mean, car modification is very common. It's like the popular culture nowadays. But the most common we see is either body wrapping, custom paint jobs, custom rims, and also, I don't know, for some reason, Malaysians' favorite, car exhaust. they love loud sounds. It's like,
man.
I can't explain it, but yeah, Malaysian love loud cars. But then, I don't know, for me, it's like, whenever I see this type of scenarios, it's like, does loud equals fast? I'm not really sure, if a loud exhaust really extends your car's horsepower, but what do you think about it? What do you think about car modifications in this area?
Well, first of all, when you say exhaust, there's two segments of the exhaust that you need to know. First is the muffler. If you change the muffler and you expect it to go fast, you're not going anywhere. In fact, I'm willing to bet you might even lose a little bit of horsepower because of adding that muffler. But if you change the entire exhaust system, from the manifold all the way from the center piping to the muffler, then yes, you will increase horsepower. of course you won't increase a lot. You may be around like 5 or 6 horsepower, but yes, you will increase power if you change the entire exhaust system. However, you have to first find out exactly the right specific type of exhaust that fits your car, and the right type of extractor. The most common ones that for Protons is the 421 extractor, so that does increase
421.
horsepower. Yeah. So to answer your question directly, changing the muffler will not make your car fast. Changing the exhaust will make your car fast a little bit.
And Tavin's future car, we get to see a straight pipe.
Well, no.
Or we are going to see a 421.
Of course, a straight pipe. I mean, a straight pipe will make the car faster, but I'm trying to be legal, in this space. So a 421 with a good muffler, that will just be good enough for me.
All right. Ceci, do you have a question that you have reconstructed you want to ask?
I'm sorry if this have any bad consequences on you. I'm still gonna ask. Girlfriend and your dream car, which one would you want more?
Okay. I would personally like to have both, but if I'm in a situation, I would first have to think about how to convince my girlfriend to like my car. And I think the best way to do it is to either A, bring her to car shows to show her my enthusiasm, or B, let her drive one of my cars just so she feels how I feel.
So you're
Or
totally
C,
okay to letting a girl drive your dream car?
yeah, sure. I mean, if it makes them, who knows, maybe it will change my girlfriend to become a car girl also. There's a chance.
Okay.
Yeah. and also, or C, start a business regarding around automotive and just say that my car is an ambassador to my business. Without this, I cannot promote my business. And of course, to her, long-term wise, if we're gonna get married, financially, this is the best thing to do. So,
But Tavin,
of course,
which one would you like to get first?
car. Because if I'm being honest, I'm not really good at getting girls. I'll be honest.
Okay.
So,
I can count for that.
Hey!
yeah. So, who knows? Maybe after I get a car, maybe I might get because I have a friend of mine who bought his car. It was a KE70. So it was it wasn't a very good looking car, but he modified it to a really amazing car. And then he met his girlfriend, I think, in one of his car meets, and his girlfriend is actually a car girl. So car guy, car girl, they fell in love together. It was pretty beautiful, I'll be honest. So who knows? Maybe I might get lucky one day. I might come into that sort of luck. So until that happens, I'm just gonna stick with my car for now.
That's a very good answer. So all the single ladies out there, I have just the right guy for you right here. Not the one in pink and green hair, but the other one. Okay. So is there anything else? Ready? Don't be discouraged. You will find yours one day, but not now.
Now it's sad. Now I think it's sad.
Ending.
As usual, guys, thank you for watching our podcast. Once again, we are Potong's Team Podcast. Do drop a like in this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications. If you have any questions for me, Ceci, or Tavin, just leave them down in the comments below. We will get through each and every one of them and reply it to you as soon as possible. So once again,
we will also leave the contact of Tavin at below here. So all the single ladies, go ahead. Okay. Now.
Also fun fact. Tavin actually wrote an article for Rap Car. We'll leave that in the description. Go and check it out. It's a very good read. It's very insightful. And yeah. Thank you. Bye bye.
I'm sorry that I is talking a little too slow today, but thank you. And
thank you guys for having me here.
We will have you again in the
Thank you,
future. Don't worry.
We'll have you again.
You're not getting rid of us that easily. Okay.
I'm happy.
Goodbye.
Alright. Thanks, guys. Bye.